In the last few decades, Jordan has become a dream destination for many travelers all over the world. It's a land of incredible history, delicious food, and landscapes so beautiful that even movie directors can't stay away. Yet there is a side to this country that no one wants to talk about.
The guy took full advantage of us.
A problem rooted deeply in the society.
It's just so tiring.
And even after seeing all of that beauty this country has to offer, I can honestly say that visiting Jordan has been one of the most unpleasant travel experiences of my whole life.
Don't let me to book a new camera.
It just feels rough. The guy started threatening me. Yeah.
Friends, about 2 months ago, I posted a video on this YouTube channel where I stated that, in my opinion, Oman is the most beautiful country to visit in the Middle East. A lot of you agreed with me and even shared your own travel experiences, but to my surprise, there was a lot of people who started saying in the comment section that I have absolutely no authority to talk about this topic unless I visited Jordan. I hate being wrong, but I had to admit, you were right. And to fix my mistake, I saw only one option. So, a few weeks ago, we started an excruciating 4,000 kilometers long drive towards Jordan with one single purpose. With a purpose to find out if this country really is as beautiful as I was told.
First camel of this desert.
But well, as you can probably guess from the title of this video, I managed to find out so much more. After days of driving to the Arabian deserts, we got our first taste of Jordan's attitude towards foreign visitors right there on the land border with Saudi Arabia. To our positive surprise, the officers barely checked our papers and did not even look into our van. But what came as a shock was when they totally ignored our car's international passport and gave us a wrong vehicle type, so that now our insurance is 3 times as expensive. And then asked us extra $30 cash for some service fee. We asked many times, but they simply refused to provide us with a receipt.
I don't think we've had any border crossings that have been so expensive.
It was a rough start to a new country.
They've learned that you can earn a lot of money from tourists.
But lucky for us, we had no idea that corrupt officials were just the tip of the iceberg compared to what was still ahead.
We tried to tell them, we tried to show them. Nothing worked.
In our minds, the worst was now behind, and so we started discovering this country with relatively good moods. The first place we visited was called Aqaba. It's a beautiful coastal town with unique vibe and lovely architecture. And it's also located in a very unique location.
I'm currently standing in extremely interesting place. Behind me over there is Jordan. This over there is Israel. And that one there, Egypt.
Of course, as Aqaba has access to the Red Sea, we just could not help ourselves but to go for a swim. Due to its great depth and cold waters, the Red Sea is home to some of the healthiest coral reefs on our planet. It was a dream come true for both of us to be able to dive here, from colorful small fishes to an actual plane wreck. In my opinion, this underwater world is part of Jordan's incredible nature that just doesn't get enough attention. Yet on the contrary, the place we were heading next is probably known to most people alive today.
Hopefully we are on our way to the most beautiful desert in the world. Can't say for sure because we're not there yet.
Even if you've never seen a video about Jordan, there's a huge chance that you have unknowingly seen this place.
How many times did we get stuck?
0.
I can't believe it either.
Wadi Rum, or the Rum Desert, is often referred to as the most unearthly place on our planet. To truly experience it, we had to leave our own wheels behind.
We were picked up just from in front of our house and now we're gonna go for a tour in the world's most beautiful desert.
And so we headed into the desert on the back of a pickup truck.
And it's a hell of a way though to discover it.
The views around us were hard to describe in words. Bare volcanic rock, towering out of sandy dunes. It was like nothing we have ever seen before. And due to this unique appearance, that desert has become a playground for some of the biggest films in the last decade.
Just driving here you start to understand why all of those movie directors come here.
Star Wars, The Martian, and of course, Dune. All of those mega projects have parts filmed here. And experiencing such stunning landscapes was definitely one of my favorite things about visiting Jordan.
Just crazy. Behind every corner there's a view like you've never ever seen before. Just stunning.
And I sort of have to admit that as we were watching the sun go down over the sandy horizon, and after that enjoyed one of the most beautiful night skies of our lives, we slowly started to believe that maybe Jordan could actually be the most beautiful country in this region.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Yet as our journey continued, this idea would be strongly challenged. The next destination had been a dream of ours ever since we were children.
Ooh, that's a drop.
I never imagined it like this, that it's between mountains, just a crack in the earth. I thought it was flat and like a salt flat or something, but
it's again something that exists nowhere else in the world. But on our way there, when we stopped for gas, a second bad experience came out of nowhere. Our bill for the diesel was 28.5 dinars, but when I paid with 30, the gas station attendant refused to give me change. I know it was just $2 difference, but it just felt so utterly rude and unfair. We left the station with quite disturbed moods, and as we arrived at the Dead Sea, the next shocker was already there waiting for us.
weird to say, but ever since I was a kid, I wanted to swim over there. I wanted to feel what it's like.
From what at first seemed like genuine kindness, a gentleman who ran a shower business for tourists who want to swim in the salty waters offered us 2 tomatoes.
For eating?
Sure.
And when we accepted, he suddenly started asking Liisu's grandma's ring in exchange.
Grandma.
It felt almost insane that it was happening, but for some reason he just kept on insisting.
He was very adamant on getting our stuff, so he asked for my ring 3 times.
Overall, I do like Jordan. I've enjoyed this country a lot, but it seems like behind every corner somebody is trying to scam you.
The Dead Sea, by the way, was just as amazing as we had imagined as children.
This is definitely not how a regular beach looks like, just white.
The shores of it are made out of incredibly beautiful salt crystals. Its water is clear and blue.
I don't remember when was last time I was so excited to go swimming.
And well, when it comes to swimming,
It feels super weird.
I'm gonna have to try it as well then, yeah?
it almost feels like the laws of nature don't work here.
It is sort of like you're on an inflatable mattress that's a little bit empty, so there's water around your body already, but it's pushing you up.
You can float without effort. Read a book on the water without it getting wet. But also swim in the strangest ways imaginable.
It's the funniest swimming I have ever done. So there is one thing that nobody really tells you about this place. It feels that since it's so salty, all the like exposed skin gets irritated, and my butt is killing me. Like, it's so itchy, and you don't want to scratch it because it's so salty.
A small correction, is probably mucosal tissue, not the skin that's tingling, because my lady parts are on fire, yo. And if you're interested in more scientific knowledge, I don't think we have mentioned the salinity of this water is 34%, which means in 1 liter of water, you can understand that it's a fairly small amount of water. There's 340 grams of salt. It's crazy!
It's crazy, yeah. You will drink a liter of this water and you'll most probably be dead. Yeah, stupid. And now that you're done swimming, a local guy sells, I don't know, 8 liters of shower water.
We paid this man around $3 for this shower and left again with very mixed feelings.
Swimming in it is super cool, but just the audacity of the guy. He understood English. We told him that's your grandma's ring. It's a family relic in a way. And he came back to the same topic. He asked it again. Just some part has to be missing.
And with every passing day in a country, such strange behavior was becoming more and more normal for us. Let's take the ancient city of Cherash in the northern part of the country.
It was built by Alexander the Great, and for more than 2,000 years it stood here on the hills of Jordan.
It's an incredible archaeological site, the ancient Roman ruins. Those buildings and streets here still look incredible 2,000 years after their construction. But of course, going anywhere near such beautiful places comes with a price. You just always have to be ready.
Came to a archaeological site. Wanted to park. It says free parking on the door, and straight away after we arrive, a guy comes here and he's like, 5 dinar, which is like $7. 5 dinar, 5 dinar. It's not free parking here. There's like, I don't have words.
And I know some of you might say that around every tourist trap, doesn't matter the country, bad people can be found. But the crazy thing was that this attitude was not limited to touristic places. You already heard about the gas station, but it was even possible to be scammed by simple farmers. Once we stopped next to a highway to buy fresh watermelons straight from the source. We picked out 2 of them, yet the reality hit me when we were in a supermarket just half an hour later.
Just feels sad. You wanna be kind, you like wanna support the farmer, but the price in supermarket is much cheaper. They're both local watermelons. The guy took full advantage of us, so that we're 2 clowns, gave us raw watermelon, asked us twice the price.
It was such a horrible feeling, not being able to trust people around you.
Yesterday, the guy said the chicken cost $3.50, which is like €5, something like this. And then in the end, we gave him a 5, and he said like, yeah, this is good now. He doesn't want to give us anything back because of service charge for buying chicken.
I'm so incredibly sad to say that not a single day in this country went by without us getting scammed or feeling cheated.
And I know that there's some people who think that wherever tourists go, that they're supposed to pay double everything. But where is the logic in that? That you go traveling and that you're supposed to get scammed every second that you step outside into the street.
Taking advantage of people who look different seemed to be a national sport. Almost like it was part of the culture. And although I've visited more than 60 countries, never ever have I felt this in another place. Jordan really has so much to offer. It's such a diverse and beautiful land. But on every step, you are also reminded that for locals and people who live here, you are nothing more than just a soulless walking wallet. It was incredibly hard to spend time here,
Just feels like crap.
and having to constantly have your guards up was taking its toll on us. And if you don't believe what I'm saying, or think I'm exaggerating, let's finish this video together and head to the most visited tourist attraction of this country.
6:30 in the morning, and we're heading to one of the most famous archaeological sites in the world. It's one of the 7 new miracles of the world, and it's called the Rose City, or
Petra.
More than 1 million foreigners come here each year. And in my opinion, Petra perfectly summarizes the whole experience of traveling Jordan. There's no way around it. It's an incredibly amazing location, full of priceless artifacts and structures like no other.
oh my lord.
You can easily spend whole days here, discovering the ancient city carved into stone. Behind every corner, there's a sight like you have never seen before.
So beautiful. Just look at those patterns.
But sadly, on every step of the way, there is someone wanting to rob you of your money. Some of these people are quite harmless. You know, vendors selling iron rings claiming them to be silver, or shops that decide the price of their goods depending on your face. Yet sadly, the biggest scammers seem to be supported by the government themselves. You see, as soon as you walk into Petra, many people try to offer you a horse ride.
The horse. Enjoy by horse so much.
On your $70 ticket, this 5-minute horse ride is supposed to be included. These people get paid by the government to be there. But as soon as you jump on that horse, a $20 dip is expected.
Are you doing good today? I think you're a very good donkey. You don't think so? Okay.
And if you don't want to pay, they will become aggressive. And from what I read online, even the local police is on their side. Because, well, they also get their share.
I would really avoid taking a horse from here.
And honestly, I didn't even ride one of those horses. But still, those guys threatened me.
Don't let me to broken it, huh?
What's
included? Don't let me to broken your camera, because when I talk to you, you make a video for me, okay?
So you're gonna broke my camera?
No.
Take it easy.
It's not allowed.
If you start threatening me,
You are
then
not
you're gonna
allowed.
have a bad time.
You leave from here, please, yalla.
And the fact that Jordan allows such operations to continue and actually pays them salaries to be there just told me much more than anything else could have about this land. So here we are, friends. Sorry for the long rant, but I guess now you understand why I never want to visit Jordan again. And perhaps even more importantly, I at least now feel that I'm finally authorized to say that Oman still is the most beautiful country you can visit in this region. Thank you so much for watching, and I really hope you'll join us next Thursday in a little bit less than a week. Bye.